Thank you and I love you once again for taking the time out of your schedule today to download and consider these words of, can't say wisdom, these words of guidance on your journey towards resilience. That maybe I'm making a presumption, but allow me to do that, presuming that we are all on the same journey towards self-development and to enable, empower, strengthen our direction towards daily resilience. This is the Open Journal, my public ledger to you, what I'm calling as our shared blockchain of resilience, meaning it cannot be duplicated, it cannot be corrupted. It's for us to share and make accessible to all that we encounter on our journey, be it friend, foe, or somewhere in between. What I can say in sharing this message, my purpose to you on the subject of resilience, I am saying the receipt, your reception of this as a consideration will change your life. But just maybe it can only serve as a guarantee to change your perspective on this present moment. Today's topic, I'm gonna call it this. There's a previous podcast episode I did, I think a couple of days ago, called Disposable. We'll call this Disposable Part 2 with the other tagline of resilience and temporary-ness. I'm going to talk about those things that I've probably referenced before, like desire and drive, about what you want and what you actually do need, about idea and action. Going a little further to try to round out this concept today, like hope and work. And then maybe other words like wait and delay. And almost like simply as time and space. Or like nothing to work with and something to work with in your daily encountering of challenges or obstacles, where you definitely need a couple more words to choose from: clarity or confusion, more or less, more with less, more of less. I'm saying whatever we come across, as I keep emphasizing, we sometimes think about, quote unquote, think about how important we are in this world, how much we know, how many fancy words or fancy phrases we can put together to impress ourselves or to impress others. But I keep saying this, and I got this from my reading and research, and desire to want the answer about the essence, the absolute beginning of a thought. And just to restate this one more time, in the book, The 3 Magic Words from Mr. U.S. Anderson, where that several decades long quest for me to get some perspective on that question about where does thought come from. And in reading that, his book, The 3 Magic Words, when he stated very clearly, and probably wrote this 6-7 decades ago, before I was born, he said clearly, we don't think. We cannot think. We only have the capacity, the design, to observe the thoughts that were given to us to recognize, identify, become aware of, pique our attention, pursue, choose, and execute, or to ignore them like passing clouds. Of course, you can't do that so much. We have things to do. We all work. We have things to do. We have duties, responsibilities. We have errands to run. We have honey-do lists to get to. We have undone lists to get to. So what I'm saying, though, is we should always be attentive and receptive to the idea that we are all temporary here on this journey of being human and being a human being. And we do have the opportunity to understand why we're here. Maybe not the why. The why is something that really is hard to get an answer to. You can ask the question, but don't look for the answer as an A and B or A then B configuration. We can only observe and choose the thoughts that are coming across our mental screen and then make the decision to do something with that. As I said, does it address what we're learning of as our desire and drive? Does it answer the need question of want or need? Taking an idea, it's good to see it. I'm sure it's pretty, looks sexy, but what are you going to do with that? Do you act on it? Or, for example, if it is just a immediate gratification thought, do you need to do that? Is it a want or is it a need? So it all comes down to, are we willing to do the work, not the nice things we could do as entertainment? Will it educate us? Will it grow us going forward? Or will we regress back into what we knew as a child? So let me leave with this. Another statement from, I think, Mr. Ryan Holiday on the Stoic principles in offering this insight. He said this, quote, "It's pretty simple, but we are sometimes so hard on ourselves that we forget. There is a difference between urge and action, being tempted and indulging temptation. As we've talked about the Stoic response to anger, we made this distinction. Getting angry and making a decision out of anger are not the same thing. That's why Seneca said that the greatest remedy for your temper is delay. Feeling the feeling and acting on the feeling are separated by a space, and the bigger that space, the better the choice we will make," unquote. So given the words I used at the outset of this episode, those want, need, delay, wait, acting on the surface or activated from within and aware at your essence is the distinction about how you can build your infrastructure about being resilient. So don't act on the surface. Take the time and the space to reflect within and become aware of that essence, that peace, that calm, that love before you make a rash decision. Thank you once again. Stay present, stay current. It's always 8:20.